So today we're going to see how we can add Google Sheets API to n8n. So I'm going to start by heading to Google Cloud Platform. So I'm going to search for Google Cloud Platforms. Now I can see the link to the platform. I'm going to click this. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on console. I see this because I've already signed in using my account. If you haven't, you can sign in or create an account if you don't already have one. Then you'll see the Google Cloud Console's main control panel. Then you can go ahead and click on API and services. Now I'll say enable API and services. So now you're inside the API library. Click on the search button and search Sheets API. And now you'll see the Google Sheets API. Click on this and then click on enable to enable the API. Now we have enabled the Google Sheets API on our account, but we haven't created the credentials yet. And now it's going to prompt us to make some credentials so we can connect it to anything. Now you can see it says to use this API, you may need credentials. So I'm going to click on create credentials. Now we are in the credentials making page. So now we can create credentials here. So what I'm going to do is we have selected the API. I want to make this API just so I can use it. So I'm going to select user data here. Then I'm going to click next. And then I'll have to make the OAuth content screen up. So now I'm just going to name it n8n Sheets. You can name it anything. And for the user support email, I'm going to use my email. And I won't upload a logo here. For the developer, I'm going to use my email as well. And then I'm going to click on continue. Now it's time for us to add the scope. So I'm going to click on add or remove scopes. And I'm going to select the basic account information scopes. And then I'll add more rows and go to the API, the Google Sheets API, and select all of these. So I've selected the 5 options which I have here, which I need. And then I want to click on continue. And now we have our scopes ready. So I'm going to create an OAuth client. So I'm going to name it n8n Sheets. And then for the authorized redirect URIs, I'm going to go back to n8n. And I'm going to make a trigger manually node, then connect it to, then search Sheets, and then connect it to Sheets node. So what I'm going to do is get rows in Sheets so I can just read the rows. And now I'll configure this node. So click on create new credentials and then copy this OAuth redirect URL and paste it here. And then click on create. And then you have your client ID ready. And now we have created our OAuth client. So next would be to add a testing user. So what I'm going to do is come here in the audience section and click on test users, then add my own email so I can log in and then save it. So now what I'm going to do is click on credentials and go to my n8n Sheets OAuth client. I'm going to copy the client ID from here, paste it in the client ID section. Then I'm going to come here again and copy the client secret and then paste here. Now I'll go ahead and click on sign in with Google and use my email ID, which I added as a test user. And now it says Google hasn't verified this app, but this is our app. We know it, so we can continue and give it the options to manage Google Drive and Google Sheets. And the reason it's asking for the Google Drive's permission is because all the Google Sheet spreadsheets are stored in Google Drive, so you can access it. So now I'm going to click on continue. And now you can see the connection is successful. And in 5 seconds, it's going to close itself. And now you can see we have added our Google Sheets account. So let's see if we can fetch our document list. So there you go. We can fetch our document list. And I'm just going to fetch a random list. And here you can see we have fetched the entire database, all the information, the name, email, phone number. And this is how you use the Google Sheets API with n8n.